Hey everyone, it's your family doctor. Thanks for clicking in. So, over the last week or two, with the weather going up and down like a yo yo, I have seen so many people in my office, and I swear almost every single patient walks in and says the exact same thing. They go, Doc, I'm getting enough sleep. At least I think I am, but I wake up feeling like I haven't slept at all. I look in the mirror and I swear I've aged 5 years overnight. My skin looks so dull and gray. Then the next person will say, I didn't even stay up late watching Netflix, so why do I have these dark circles under my eyes? I look like I went 10 rounds in a boxing ring, and here's the truth I tell them. And I want you to hear it too. In most cases, this isn't just about being tired from a long work week or having one too many Starbucks runs. A lot of the time, this is directly connected to something much deeper, your blood circulation. It's about how well your blood is actually moving through your body. So today, let's have a real honest conversation about vascular health. That's just a fancy way of saying the health of your blood vessels. A lot of folks think that if your circulation is having problems, you're going to get these huge, obvious symptoms like crushing chest pain, dizziness, or numbness in your hands and feet. And sure, those are late stage warnings, but actually, your body is way smarter than we give it credit for. It's been sending you signals through your face for months, even years. We just tend to miss them because we're too busy. I want you to do a little self-check at home, find a mirror, get some good light, and look for these three key warning signs. If you have one, you need to start paying attention. If you have two, I strongly suggest you start making some real changes. And if you have all three, it's time to get very serious. Do not wait for your body to give you an ultimatum because, trust me, by the time it does, you're dealing with a much bigger problem. The first sign, your face looks dull and gray, and especially if your lips are turning a dark purplish or bluish color. So, find a spot with good natural light, not your bathroom's dim yellow bulb, and really look at yourself. If your skin doesn't have that healthy, vibrant, rosy glow, but instead looks gray, muddy, like you've got a layer of dust settled on it, or you just look exhausted and much older than you actually are, that is a massive red flag. Now bring your attention to your lips. The color of a healthy lip is a soft, light pink with a little bit of moisture to it. If your lips are pale or even worse, turning purple, dark, or bluish, and they look dry and flat, you are looking at a very clear, very visible warning sign. Now, in traditional medicine, we have this principle: the heart governs the blood vessels, and its brilliance shows on the face. What does that mean in plain English? It means your heart and your circulatory system manage the flow of blood, and the overall quality of your blood, how rich it is, how well it flows, shows up directly on your face. Think of your face as a mirror. When your circulation is excellent, oxygen and nutrients are being delivered efficiently, and your skin looks rosy, bright, and full of life. When circulation is sluggish, those nutrients can't get to the surface, and your skin goes dull, sallow, and just looks flat and tired. There's an old medical text that says something like the 12 meridians and their branches all ascend to the face to nourish the orifices. In everyday language, every major energy channel in your body sends its energy and blood up to your face. So your face is basically the body's weather report, whatever is going on inside, good or bad. Shows up on your face almost immediately. Now, why do the lips specifically turn purple or dark in traditional medicine? This is a textbook sign of what we call blood stasis. That means the blood isn't flowing freely, it's getting stuck. Healthy blood is bright red because it's flowing quickly and carrying lots of oxygen. When it moves fast, it's like a clear running stream, but when blood flow slows down and starts to stagnate, it's like a puddle of water in a ditch that doesn't move. Over time, it gets dark, murky, and smelly. The same thing happens in your bloodstream when it can't move. The blood darkens, and your lips, which have very thin skin, show that dark color immediately. Another old text specifically about this issue says, when vital energy is deficient, it cannot reach the vessels. And when the vessels lack energy, blood will stagnate. That's a beautiful way of explaining that when your body's energy is low and weak, it doesn't have the horsepower to push your blood through the pipes. The blood just hangs out in certain spots and collects into a stagnant pool. That stagnant blood builds up, and before you know it, not just your face and lips, but your whole system starts to suffer. Now, let's think about a typical working American. You wake up, rush out the door, grab a coffee, sit in traffic, get to the office, and then you're glued to a computer for 8 hours. You get up twice, maybe once to get water, once to use the bathroom. That's it. Your backside is stuck in that chair. How can the circulation in your lower body, your legs, your pelvis possibly be good It can't add on top of that the insane stress of work deadlines, managing the household, worrying about money, all that tension in traditional medicine is called liver energy stagnation. And when your energy gets blocked, your blood gets blocked right along with it. Then on top of that, you're eating on the run, maybe fast food, fried chicken sandwiches, or those giant sugary sodas from the gas station. These greasy, heavy, sweet foods tax your digestive system. They create what we call dampness. And when that dampness mixes with your blood, it's like pouring a milkshake into a glass of water. Your blood becomes thick, muddy, and heavy. It just can't flow day after day, week after week. Your complexion just gets grayer and grayer. The second sign, you have dark circles or a bluish black tint under your eyes, heavy puffy eye bags, and you might even notice red veins or tiny little red spots on the white of your eye. So you wake up, you brush your teeth, and you glance in the mirror. If you see those dark circles that look like you're auditioning for a raccoon movie and you've tried everything, more sleep, cucumber slices, fancy eye creams, and nothing works. That is not just a sleep issue. And if your eye bags are so puffy that they look like two little water balloons hanging off your face, we're way past tired. Now, pull your lower eyelid down gently and look at the white part of your eye. A healthy eye is clear and bright white. If you see a lot of red veins running through it, or worse, you see tiny little red dots or broken blood vessels, this is a major alarm bell. It's very likely that your circulation is in trouble. In traditional medicine, the liver is closely connected to the eyes. One of the classic texts says the liver receives blood so that the eye can see. What that means is that your liver needs to have a good, healthy store of blood to send up to your eyes for them to work properly and look bright. When that liver blood is deficient or when it's stagnant and not moving, your eyes will show it immediately. Now, why does that dark color show up so easily right under the eyes? Because the skin around your eyes is some of the thinnest and most delicate skin on your entire body. And under that skin, there's a massive network of tiny blood vessels. When the blood flow is sluggish, it pools in those little capillaries. The dark color just shines right through the skin. It's exactly like when you accidentally bump your shin against your coffee table, you get a bruise that turns purple and blue. The same thing is happening under your eyes, just on a smaller, more chronic scale, but the red veins and little red spots on the whites of your eyes, that's an even louder siren. One of the ancient medical texts says the eyes are the flower of vitality. The whites should be crystal clear. When they're covered in red veins, it suggests that there's an excess of heat in the liver. When you see those tiny little red spots, that means microvessels in your eye have actually burst. Think about that for a second. If the tiny blood vessels in your eyes are already breaking under pressure, what's happening in the rest of your body? What's going on in the vessels you can't see? This is your body screaming at you in the most visible way possible to slow down and pay attention. And modern life is the biggest culprit. I see it every day. You get home from work, you're exhausted, you want to unwind. So you sit on the couch and you start scrolling on your phone. Next thing you know, it's 1 in the morning, then 2. You've been watching YouTube or TikTok for hours. In traditional medicine, the hours between 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. are when your liver and gallbladder meridians are most active. This is the prime time for your liver to detoxify your body and restore your blood. But if you're awake watching a screen, your liver blood is being constantly used and depleted. It never gets to rest. Over time, it becomes deficient and your liver energy gets stuck. And when energy gets stuck, blood gets stuck. Add to that the typical American diet, grilled meats, spicy hot wings, fried foods, and lots of booze, and you're adding fuel to the fire. That heat rises up, agitates your blood, and suddenly your eyes are bloodshot and irritated. The third sign, the color of your tongue is off. You see purple or dark spots on the surface, or the veins underneath your tongue are swollen dark and twisted. Now, this one is the one almost nobody knows about, but honestly, it's the most objective and accurate indicator of blood stasis you will ever find. So go find your mirror, open your mouth, and stick your tongue out. Take a real look. A healthy tongue is a pale, soft pink color. It has a thin white coating that's almost transparent, and the tongue itself should feel soft and springy. But if your tongue looks dark or even purple and you see little dark spots or purple patches that look like bruises on the surface, that's a sign. Now curl your tongue up and look at the 2 veins that run along the underside. If those veins are thick, bulging, very dark black, and they look all twisted and gnarled like little earthworms, that is one of the most classic and most serious signs of blood stagnation you can find. In traditional medicine, one of the most important diagnostic tools is looking at the tongue. It's considered the sprout of the heart, and it's also an outer sign of your digestive system. The color, shape, and coating of your tongue can tell a trained practitioner volumes about what's going on inside your whole body. An old guide to diagnosis even states very plainly, a dark and purple tongue indicates stagnant blood. That's it, straight to the point. If your tongue is dark or purple, your blood is stagnant. And why is your tongue such a powerful indicator? It's because your tongue has a ridiculously rich blood supply. The circulation in your tongue is extremely active and vibrant. The moment there's a problem with your blood, your tongue changes color instantly. Those little purple spots are blood that's pooled up in the microcirculation of the tongue and can't get out. The swollen, twisted veins underneath are a sign that the blood is having a very hard time returning back to the heart. It's backed up like a river that's been dammed. Under normal, healthy conditions, those veins are very thin, a light purple, and barely noticeable. But when they're thick, black, and twisted, it's like a river that's full of sediment. The water can't move, the pressure builds, and the banks get pushed out and deformed. Your blood vessels are the same. When the pressure is high and the flow is bad, the vessel walls get stretched out and twisted. And think about this. If the tiny little vessels in your tongue are already this congested, this backed up, what do you think is happening in the larger vessels? What about the vessels feeding your heart? What about the vessels feeding your brain? Could they be slowly clogging up too? One of the old texts says it perfectly: if you don't remove the old, stagnant blood, the new blood cannot be born. If the old, thick, muddy blood is stuck there, your body can't produce fresh, clean blood. That means nutrients can't get delivered to your organs. Your organs start to starve and their function starts to decline. I see it all the time in my office. A patient comes in for their physical and they're worried about their cholesterol or their blood pressure. They're worried about vascular or cardiovascular risk. And I do a quick tongue check, and 9 times out of 10, they have swollen veins underneath their tongue or purple spots on the surface. The body had been sending them signals for years. We just had never looked. So if you have any one of these 3, the dull face, the dark eyes, or the congested tongue, you need to start improving your lifestyle. If you have 2 of them, your body is officially on strike. And I would strongly recommend you get in to see your doctor or a qualified practitioner. If you have all 3, it's time to make some serious commitments and stop making excuses. Do not put this off. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty. Why does this happen? Why do blood vessels get clogged and blocked in the first place? In traditional medicine, there are a few major root causes, but it all boils down to one core idea. The relationship between your chi, which is your vital energy, and your blood has gone out of balance. There's a classic saying, when chi and blood are not harmonious, all kinds of diseases can arise. If they're not flowing together smoothly, you're in trouble. The first cause is called chi deficiency. This simply means your body doesn't have enough energy to push the blood along. Blood needs a motor to move, and that motor is your chi. When you run out of gas, the car doesn't go anywhere. Chi is your body's gas. When it's low, the blood moves slowly or just stops. It's like a river with no wind and no current. The water barely flows. People who have weak digestion are the most prone to chi deficiency. Why? Because your digestive system is literally the factory that manufactures your chi and blood from the food you eat. If you eat a sad pastry and a giant coffee for breakfast, a burger and fries for lunch, and then a heavy takeout meal for dinner, your digestive system is working overtime. It gets tired, it gets weak, it can't produce enough chi, and suddenly you don't have the push to move your blood. Stagnation forms. The second cause is chi stagnation. This one has everything to do with stress and your emotions. There's a famous medical text that says 100 diseases arise from chi stagnation. Think about modern American life. Your boss is piling on more work. Your kids are driving you crazy. You're worried about your mortgage and your health insurance copays. You're frustrated. You're angry, but you have to keep it all inside. All of that pent up stress blocks your liver energy. And when your liver energy gets blocked, your whole body's chi gets blocked. And when your chi is stuck, your blood is stuck. It's like a major pile up on the interstate during rush hour. One car stops, and pretty soon, nobody is moving. For women in particular, this is huge. You feel it as PMS, breast tenderness, or irregular periods. That's the classic picture of chi and blood stagnation. The third cause is cold, and I'm not just talking about the weather outside. When cold invades your body, it makes your blood vessels constrict, it makes your blood thick, sticky. and slow. An old text describes it perfectly. When cold enters the channels, blood congeals and will not flow. Think about a river in winter. The water freezes and stops moving. Your body works the same way. We blast the air conditioning in our houses, in our offices, in our cars. That cold hits your skin and gets inside. Plus, we love iced coffee. We love iced tea. We eat ice cream and frozen yogurt all year round. All of that cold goes straight into your belly. Your blood vessels get a chill. They shrink. The pipe gets smaller and the blood has less room to flow. It slows down and stagnates. Ladies, listen up. Your menstrual cycle is especially sensitive to this. If you're eating ice cream or drinking ice drinks during your period, that cold can go straight into your uterus, because the blood to stagnate, and that's how you end up with painful cramps and heavy clotting. The fourth cause is phlegm and dampness. We talked about this a little earlier. This comes from having a weak digestive system that can't process food properly. Instead of turning food into clean energy and blood, it turns it into sludge. This sludge is what we call dampness over time. That dampness congeals into phlegm. And when that phlegm mixes with your blood, it's like pouring a big muddy puddle into a beautiful clear stream. Your blood gets thick, viscous, and totally sluggish. One of the classic texts talks about how many stubborn, complicated chronic conditions are tied to phlegm. And when you look at the modern American diet, so much sugar, so many refined carbs, so much deep fried food and processed meat, it's no wonder we have so much phlegm and dampness. That sludge sticks to the vessel walls, makes your blood thick, and makes it way easier for stagnation to happen. Now, how does a traditional medical approach treat this blood stasis constitution? The core principle is as simple as it is powerful: invigorate the blood, transform the stasis, and clear the channels and collaterals. When the blood flows freely, you don't get pain and you don't get disease. There's another famous saying: when there's free flow, there's no pain. When there's pain, there's no free flow. If the vessels are clear and the blood is moving, most of your problems will start to resolve on their own. Here are the steps we take. The first step is to regulate the qi. This is the foundation, because when qi moves, blood moves. Qi is the engine. There are herbs that can help get that qi moving again. For example, there's an herb that helps lift your mood and relieve that stuck, frustrated feeling. It's like having a road crew that clears the accident off the highway. There's another herb that helps the qi move through your chest and your abdomen, and another one that is especially good for moving liver qi, which is such a common problem for women. The second step is to invigorate the blood. These are the herbs that actually go in and break up the stagnant blood that's already sitting there. There are many of them, and they're very famous. Some are known to do two amazing things at once. They break up the old stagnant blood, and at the same time, they stimulate your body to produce fresh, new, healthy blood. It's like when you dredge a river, you clean out all the old rotten mud, and suddenly the fresh, clean water can flow in and the river is alive again. Some herbs are especially good at going up to the head and down to the lower abdomen, and they're known as very powerful movers. And then you have combinations like peach kernel and safflower, which are a very famous pair used for breaking up serious stubborn blood stasis. They're very effective. The third step is to tonify qi. This is the step that so many people miss, and it's why some people try things and don't get results. They think, I just need to move my blood. But if your body doesn't have any gas in the tank, you can tell it to move all you want. It doesn't have the energy to comply, so you have to build up your body's reserves first. You need to give your car a full tank of gas. There are famous herbs that do exactly this. Some are known to powerfully lift your energy and strengthen your overall vitality. It's like giving your body a full battery charge. Another one strengthens your digestion and your energy, and another one is very specific to strengthening your digestive system, your spleen, so that you can make more qi and blood in the first place. When your digestion is robust, you have plenty of energy, you won't be deficient, and you'll have the power to move your blood. The fourth step is to warm the yang. If you are the type of person who is always cold, especially your hands and feet, and you prefer warm drinks over cold ones, you might have what we call a yang deficiency. Your body just doesn't produce enough internal heat to keep things liquid and moving. Think about it. If you have a fire under a pot of soup, the soup stays warm and liquid. If you take the fire away, it gets thick and jelly. Like for people who are yang deficient, we use herbs that act like that little fire under the pot. They warm the body, they push out the cold, and they cause the blood vessels to expand so the blood can move again. There are very famous formulas from ancient texts that are specifically designed to warm the body, scatter the cold, and treat this very specific type of blood stasis. The fifth step is to transform phlegm and dampness. This is the cleanup crew. If your blood is full of sludge, you can try to move it all you want, but it's still sludge. You have to get the sludge out so the blood can become clean, clear, and flow smoothly. There are herbs that specifically target that thick, sticky dampness in your body. They get rid of it. Once the dampness is gone, your blood becomes lighter and clearer. It's like washing the mud off your car. Once the mud is gone, the car runs faster and uses less gas. The same is true for your circulation. Now, I need to make this crystal clear. Everything I just said about herbs, I'm telling you so you understand the concepts and the categories. But herbs are serious medicine. They have real effects and they can interact with medications you might be taking, or they might not be right for your specific body type. Please do not, under any circumstances, go out and grab a bunch of random herbs and start experimenting. You need a trained professional who can feel your pulses, look at your tongue, and understand your whole health history to design a formula just for you. I say this as your doctor. Okay, so we talked about herbs and professional care. Now, let's talk about the stuff you can do at home every single day. This is the part I call the homework. And honestly, this part is even more important than the herbs. Because if you take a pill and go home and eat a bucket of fried chicken and sit on the couch, you're just wasting your money. The habits have to change. Number one, you absolutely have to watch your diet. I'm not saying you can never have a cheat meal. We're human, but generally we need to cut back on the heavy, greasy, super sweet, spicy, and freezing cold foods. The greasy foods overload your digestion and create dampness. The sugary foods feed that dampness and make your blood thick. The spicy foods can dry out your body's fluids, which makes your blood volume go down, and the ice-cold foods hurt your digestive fire and your yang, which we just said is important for keeping your blood liquid. So what should you eat instead? Stick to simple, nourishing stuff. Think whole grains like brown rice and oats. Eat seasonal vegetables, light soups, foods that are easy for your digestion to handle. And there are some specific foods that are actually known to help move blood. Hawthorn berries, which are a little tart, are great. Black fungus, which you can put in soups or stir fries. Onions and garlic are fantastic. And black sesame seeds are really nourishing to your blood. Try to incorporate a few of these into your regular diet. Number two, you have to get your body moving. I know you're busy, but listen to me. Sitting is the new smoking. Your body was designed to move. There's an ancient saying, flowing water never goes stale. And a door hinge never gets worm eaten. What does that mean for us? It means that things that keep moving stay healthy and don't decay. If you sit on your rear end all day, your blood is going to get stagnant. You don't need to become a CrossFit athlete. What you need is just 20 or 30 minutes of activity every single day. It can be a brisk walk around your neighborhood. It can be a light jog. It can be a yoga routine or some stretching. The key is to get your body moving and work up just a little bit of sweat. When you sweat, your pores open up, your heart rate goes up, and your blood circulation gets a massive boost. It flushes the stagnation right out. Number three, manage your stress and your emotions. This is huge. Do not bottle things up when you get angry, frustrated, or sad. Do not just sit there and stew in it. Go find a friend, call a family member, get on the phone and talk it out, or just go outside, take a deep breath, and go for a walk. I know it sounds simple, but holding in your stress is one of the most guaranteed ways to stagnate your liver qi and therefore your blood. There's a very famous passage in an ancient text that basically says that if you can cultivate a calm and peaceful mind, your qi will naturally flow smoothly and disease will have no way to enter. It's a beautiful concept. It's about not sweating the small stuff and trusting that everything is going to be okay. A peaceful mind makes for peaceful circulation. Number four, get good quality sleep. I say this in almost every single video I make, and I'll say it until I'm blue in the face. You need to try as much as humanly possible to be in bed before 11 p.m. That time between 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. is the prime time for your liver to restore and repair your blood. Think of it as a nightly tune-up for your body. If you're up late staring at a screen, your liver blood is being used up and never gets a chance to be replenished. You're running a deficit. Eventually, you become blood deficient. And when you're blood deficient, you don't have enough blood to move around, and that leads to stasis. It's a vicious cycle. Sleep is truly the best medicine in the world. It's absolutely free, and the effects are more powerful than any supplement you can buy at the grocery store. Number five, try acupressure. You don't need needles. You just need your fingers. There are some very effective acupressure points you can press on yourself. One is called the blood sea point. You can find it on your inner thigh, about 3 finger widths above your knee. It's amazing for regulating anything related to blood. Another very important one is called 3 yin crossing. You can find it on your inner leg, about 4 finger widths above your ankle. This one is famous because it's a meeting point for 3 major energy channels. and it helps both nourish and move your blood. The third one is called great rushing. You can find it on the top of your foot in the valley where the bones of your big toe and second toe meet. This is a master point for moving stuck liver chi while you're watching television, sitting at your desk, or lying in bed. Just press these points firmly for a few minutes each. You want to feel a dull ache or a tingling sensation. That's the chi and blood moving. Do this every day and you'll feel the difference. Number 6, I want you to try a warm foot soak. This is one of my favorite recommendations because it's so simple and so relaxing. Every night before you go to bed, fill a basin with warm water, about 104 degrees Fahrenheit, and soak your feet for 15 to 20 minutes. You want the water warm, not scalding hot. You just want to get a little bit of a sweat going. If you can throw a few herbs in the water, a little mugwort, some safflower, or some dong quai can really help warm the channels, scatter the cold, and move the blood. But just warm water is great too. Why does this work? Because there are 6 major energy channels that either start or end in your feet. When you soak them in warm water, the heat opens up those channels, it stimulates the circulation, and suddenly your entire body feels warmer and more relaxed. It's a wonderful, gentle way to promote blood flow throughout your whole body. Let me wrap this all up for you. Clogged vessels and stagnant blood do not happen overnight. They're not the result of one bad meal or one stressful week. This is a gradual process that builds up over years and decades. From the poor eating habits we develop in our teens and 20s, to the crazy stress of our careers in our 30s, to the slowing metabolism in our 40s and beyond, it all just piles up and compounds. But here's the good news. Your body is your loyal partner, and it's been trying to help you. It's been sending you these signals through your complexion, through your eyes, through your tongue for a very long time. It's just that we are often too busy, too stressed, or too distracted to actually look and listen. Adjusting this kind of blood stasis issue isn't some magical cure that's going to clean out your veins in one night, but the real beauty of this approach is its consistency. If you use the right methods, combining herbs and professional guidance with consistent lifestyle changes, and you stick with it, you absolutely will feel a difference. Your face will start to get a little pinker, less gray. Your eyes will look brighter and less tired. Your tongue will return to a healthier pink. And you'll notice you just have more energy and overall vitality. This is the greatest strength of this approach. It doesn't just treat a headache with a painkiller. It goes all the way to the root to restore a harmonious balance between your chi and your blood. So right now, I want you to pause this video, put down your phone, and walk to a mirror. Look at your face. What color is it? Look at your lips. What's their shade? Look under your eyes. Are there dark circles? Stick out your tongue. Do you see any spots? If you do see something concerning, don't panic, and please don't procrastinate. Start with one tiny, simple habit from this list today. Go see a professional to get a full evaluation. Start that 20-minute walk tonight. Put your phone away and get to bed an hour earlier. Your body is your most faithful companion. It works for you every single second of the day. If you don't take care of it, it will start reminding you in ways that are hard to ignore. Take care of your vessels, take care of your chi and blood. That is how you take care of your health for the next 20, 30 years and beyond. Remember, when your blood flows freely, you feel free, you feel younger, lighter, and more alive. Start with a small change today. Your body will absolutely thank you if you're dealing with any health concerns. Please schedule a visit with your primary care doctor. I'm here to help you understand the science, not replace professional medical advice. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.